Hey guys, this is Corey with Custom RV in Amarillo, Texas, and today I have a brand new arrival to show you. This is the 2021.5 Vengeance Rogue by Forest River Model 25V. This travel trailer toy hauler comes in at 6,530 pounds as we see it here today, and is 30 feet 6 inches in overall length. It also has a 15-foot 4-inch garage, generator prep, 30-gallon fuel station, 50-watt solar panel on the roof, extra recliners, and just tons of awesome features. Let's go ahead and we'll jump on to the inside and take a look at some of those features. Alright guys, so we're on the back deck currently of the 2021 Vengeance Rogue Model 25V. And as you can see right here, you do have a couple of rollover sofas down here. Those will have a table that goes in between them. I just don't have it set up currently. And if we take a look at the video that'll pop up, you'll notice that those will make into a bed, and you do have the quick set bed system up top that will create another queen size bed, giving you a total sleeping capacity in this toy hauler travel trailer to 6. If you're not familiar with this quick set bed system, it really is a good feature. I like it compared to the Happy Jack system. It doesn't use any battery power or have any motors or mechanisms that could break. You do have these nice gas struts that help you get it up and down. It's really pretty easy to use. The other thing that it gives you is it actually gives you more clearance than the Happy Jack bed, since the sofas don't sit against the ceiling. You'll notice you have a nice power outlet right there for some phone chargers or CPAP machines or whatever you want to plug in there. And there are windows on both sides of the bed. I just have the blackout curtains drawn. That way you can see what those look like. If we look down at the floor here, you will notice that you do have 2,500 pound rated tie downs. Those are screwed and welded directly to the frame, which is a nice feature. And I don't know if you can see this, but you do have a pretty aggressive dovetail on the back here. So if you've got some motorcycles or anything that has low ground clearance, you'll be able to get them in and out of this toy hauler real easy. Again, as stated previously, this does have a 15-foot 4-inch garage. If you would like specific measurements to see if your toy will fit, feel free to leave a comment down below. Give us a call at 806-335-2336, or shoot us an email at contact@custom-rv.com, and we're more than happy to come out here and hand measure the specific measurements that you would like. As we come up front, you'll kind of get a nice view of the kitchen here, and it's a pretty simple kitchen, and we'll take a look at that a little more in depth here in just a minute. But one thing I do want to mention is this does have some of the optional, or some extra options that not every dealer brings in. You do have, or we did bring it in with the 2 extra rocker recliners. The cool thing about these, you can leave them at home if you want to, or you can set them out on the back deck, outside. They're really, really comfortable, and a lot of people really like them. So we like to bring them in, even if they may not work for your individual situation. We don't necessarily know who's going to buy these when we order them. On this side of the sofa, you'll notice household and USB outlets, and the same thing is mirrored on the other side. Over here, you do have your tank monitor panel, as well as your water pump and water heater on gas switches. And then you also have heated holding tanks. That is a standard piece of equipment on every Vengeance product, which is really cool. When you combine that with the heated and enclosed underbelly, it's really going to give you some extended season capability. If we look up top, you'll notice the standard 15K Coleman Mach Q series air conditioner. That's a lot quieter than the competition, which is most likely using a Dometic, and it is a ducted AC. And we'll touch on this here again in a second, but you also have a 200 watt subwoofer right there. If you'd like to mount a TV, right there is where it would go. You could probably fit maybe a 32-inch TV, probably not much bigger than that, and you do have the appropriate connections up top there. Last couple of things before we take a look at all the storage. You'll notice your thermostat for your AC and your heat is right there. And this does have cabinet ducted heating, which is a very nice feature in a toy hauler. Battery disconnect down there, as well as your breakers and fuses. Right here you have your AM, FM, and Bluetooth stereo system. That does have HDMI and USB ports, so if you want to add a Blu-ray or CD DVD player, you can. And that is made by a company called RVing, which is why you get the 200 watt subwoofer, which is a pretty nice feature. A lot of people really like that. And then up here you have your main control panels. So you're going to have a lot of light controls, your awning extend and retract button, and then up there you do have a voltmeter for the 50 watt solar panel, which is part of the juice pack, which is a pretty cool feature. And you also notice a window in the entry door. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. And then you also are going to have zebra blinds, or zebra shades I should say, on your main shade here. And the cool thing about these is you can let in as much or as little light as you want. And they're a really well designed shade. I really like them. Alright guys, let's go ahead and we'll open up all of this storage and take a look at what this 25E has to offer in the way of kitchen space. Okay, so I've got all the storage opened up, and we'll go ahead and we'll start on the door side of the trailer. So as you can see, you've got a great amount of overhead cabinetry space there. Perfect for some of your riding gear, helmets, things of that sort. And it's not the deepest in the world, but it is something, which is, you know, they could have easily not put that cabinet over there. As we come over here, you'll notice a great extra pantry space, and you'll notice it's essentially floor to ceiling, which is a really nice feature. A lot of toy haulers miss that, especially in the shorter 30-foot variety. Real quick, a couple things I want to mention. This does have a tire pressure monitor system that comes with the trailer. You can see that in the box on the left. And then that box on the right is actually the camera monitor for the wireless observation camera that comes standard with this particular product, and really any Cherokee product, which is really nice. Again, we're looking at another optional piece of equipment. This does have the 8 cubic foot two-way fridge, so that'll be gas and electric. There is the freezer portion. And then there is the refrigerator portion. You can option this, and actually the standard build of this is a 12 volt compressor fridge that is going to be about 10.7 cubic foot. We prefer this in toy haulers since most of these are going to be taken off the grid. Up here you'll notice your microwave as well as your hood range vent. And then if we drop down, you'll notice your 3-burner cooktop does have the glass cover, as you can see there. You also are going to have the sparker knob here, and those probably aren't going to show up very well, but you do have the lighted control knobs and the light in the oven. Cool thing on the sparker knob here, that will spark inside the oven, which is a very nice feature to have, something that I really prefer. It's just a lot easier to light that oven than the old school way with the lighter. Great extra storage in there. Perfect for pots and pans or things of that sort. No kitchen is complete without a drawer. And as you can see, they give you a full extension plywood box, ball bearing drawer guide drawer. All thermal foil pressed membrane countertops. You can see you do have a sink cover there. And you have the nice black stainless steel farm sink with the hand sanitizer station, as well as the high-rise pull-out industrial style faucet. Rounding out the kitchen, you do have a great overhead cabinetry space here. I wish they would have put a shelf in there, but that's okay. They kind of leave it up to you. And I really like what they do with their glass, which is pretty neat. I like the black insert on there. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for the kitchen and living area storage. Let's go ahead and we'll jump up to the master bathroom and take a look at some of the features that this Vengeance Rogue has to offer. Alright guys, so stepping into the master bathroom, you have swing doors to separate this off from the rest of the trailer. You have a neo-angle shower. Plenty of room in there. It's actually the big neo-angle shower. There's a small one that's a lot smaller than this. And you can be upwards of 7 foot tall in here and still not have to be in the skylight up there. But they still do give you a skylight, which is a great thing, and I really like that. Just lets a lot of natural light in. You also have the vent fan up here, as you can see there. Nice medicine cabinet. GFI protected outlet. These are the switches for the light and the fan. Thermal foil countertops. Huge, what I call a Forest River size sink. And then you do have some extra storage down there as well. As we spin around, you'll notice you have a massive linen closet. It's not very deep, but it's wide to kind of make up for that. Shelf back there behind the porcelain foot flush lever toilet. And really there's plenty of room around that toilet too, which is something a lot of people prefer, I think. Alright guys, let's go ahead and we'll jump up to the master bedroom and take a look at some of the cool features there. Alright guys, so stepping up into the master bedroom of this 25V by Rogue, you will notice a 70 by 74 inch camper queen. Or I'm sorry, camper king. So it's not a full king, but it is a full king width. So we look over here, you will notice household and USB outlets on both sides of the bed. If we look up top here, you will also notice TV connections up there if you want to add a second TV. Good overhead cabinets. I just don't have this side open, but as you can see, it is nice and deep in there. And then as we come over here, you'll notice hanging closets on both sides of the bed. The other one is mirrored exactly like this. Your light switch for your ceiling lights. That way you don't have to click all of them. Household and USB outlets over here. And then as we drop down, maybe kind of hard to see, but you do have your pre-wired switch for your Yamaha 4500 or 5500 generator. Now that is an optional piece of equipment. We will have some 25Vs coming in with generators. This particular one does not have that feature, but it can be added. And then you do have a secondary entry door, as you can see right there. It does have the window in it as well as the deadbolt privacy lock. Alright guys, let's go ahead and we'll jump up to the outside and take a look at some of the cool features that this 25V by Vengeance Rogue has to offer. Alright guys, so we're on the outside of this 25V by Rogue. And as you can see, it is a aluminum sided wood frame trailer. You can get this with the optional gel coat sidewalls. However, that does not change the construction of the trailer. It is still going to be wood framed underneath that that fiberglass sidewall. They do that for places like here in Texas where we get a lot of hailstorms. That way it doesn't ding up as easily. Now the front here will still be a aluminum 3-piece front. So we come down here, manual tongue jack. I'm not a fan of those. I would upgrade this to a power jack if it were me buying it. You do have two 20-pound propane tanks, and then you have your rails for your battery right there. This one does come with a 27 series battery since it does have the Cherokee juice pack, which is a 50-watt solar panel already mounted on the roof. Comes with the battery disconnect that we talked about, the charge controller, which I'll show you here in a little bit, as well as the battery from the factory. If you wanted to add a generator to this, you could add one here. It is wired and prepped for a Yamaha 4500 onboard generator or the 5500 version. You cannot add an Onan generator to this. It has to be the Yamaha. So just keep that in mind. As we come over here, you will notice your freshwater and city water connections, outside shower, a cold water spray port so you can wash off your toys, black tank flush to clean out your toilet tank, and cable and satellite connections. If we look back over here, this does have the manual stabilizer jacks, as you can see. And then if we look over here, you've got your low point drains and your terminations. As you can see up underneath there, this does have the enclosed and heated underbelly. Now that does not include the fuel station, as you cannot enclose a fuel tank due to that being a fire hazard. So we come back over here, you'll notice great looking aluminum rims, backside of your fridge, your furnace, and then this is your 6-gallon gas and electric water heater with DSI spark ignition. And then you have your 30 amp power cord connection right there. People always ask me what these black boxes are, and those are the vents for the toy hauler compartment. That way it vents any fumes of gasoline as you're going down the road. As we come back over here, you'll notice this has the standard Vengeance MoRide party deck option, or really it's a standard. Cool thing about this is this ramp is rated at 3,000 pounds in the ramp position and 1,500 pounds in the patio position. Vengeance is also a true toy hauler, meaning it is 102 inches wide. There's a lot of trailers in this size category that are only 100 inches wide, or a standard 8-foot wide trailer. And those are more of a crossover. Basically, it's a standard travel trailer with a ramp door. But this is what we would consider a true toy hauler, being that it is wide body. If we look up top there, you will notice an extra floodlight, and then right in the center underneath those clearance lights, you do have the standard observation camera. So that'll work as you're going down the road, which is a pretty nice feature to have. It basically is going to replace your rear view mirror. That way you can make safer lane changes and things of that sort. As we come around to this side, you'll notice, first of all, you do have a leash latch right there, and you actually have 2 of these. So you have a place to tie up bikes, toys, generators, your 4-legged friends that you bring with you. You also are going to have a 30-gallon fuel station with the fuel nozzle in case you want to fill up your toys, and the pump. Now that will run the generator up front, as it has fuel lines run to that, which is a nice feature. As we look down the side here, you'll notice a nice power awning that does have blue LED accent lights in it, which is a nice feature. And for some reason, the blue doesn't attract the mosquitoes as much as a white light. If we look over here, you do have 2 outside speakers. Those are backlit with blue lights as well. You have a spot here to mount a TV if you wanted to, and you have the appropriate connections right there, being cable, satellite, 110 power. You have the MoRide step above step system for your main door, which is the door that goes into the toy hauler compartment. So these are cool. They have adjustable feet, they hold more weight than the standard steps, and they fold up inside the door for transit. You also notice the black entry doors. Those are a tempered glass material, and they do have a window as we saw from the inside. You also are going to have a larger entry assist handle for your main door, as you can see right there. And then as we come up here, you'll notice here's your other leash latch. And on the front door into the bedroom, they put the standard hover step, just because if you don't want to deploy the step like this, if it had it, it would kind of take up some of your bedroom space, and it's already kind of tied in there anyway. And then you also notice a nice little floodlight up there on the top right of your screen. As we come in here, here's your pass-through storage. Real quick, I do want to mention, I wish they would switch to magnet holdbacks. Vengeance, if you watch this, please switch these to magnet holdbacks. It would really be a good feature and a good idea. All right, as we come in here, you'll notice you have a good storage compartment. Here's this table I referenced at the beginning of the video. Again, we just have it stored away. You can see the back side of your generator box, 30 amp power cord, and then you also are going to notice your solar controller right there, which that'll keep the solar panel from frying your batteries. And you'll also notice you do have some tie downs here, which is kind of a neat feature. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the 2021.5 Vengeance Model 25V. If you're interested in this travel trailer toy hauler and you would like pricing and availability, or if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 806-335-2336, or leave any questions in the comment section down below, or you can email me at contact@custom-rv.com. Again, we thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you found it informative, feel free to smash that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell next to it. That'll keep you up to date with all of our new releases and new content that we have coming out for you. All right, guys, again, we thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and we hope you found it informative. Again, thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this here in the next few days, we hope you have a wonderful holiday season. If you're watching it later, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, we thank you very much for watching.